Would you ever want any of your generation to school in Ghana?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
You know, the experience of growing up and here, just the cultural experience, but also the educational experience, especially at GIS, which is really, it's an international school.
Yeah.
There is nothing like that experience to teach you the values that are so important to being a human being. And we don't get as much of that in the United States. In fact, the academia here, even the public schools are so much more advanced than U.S. schools.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are academically. Absolutely.
In fact, when I finished Maoli in 1970, I went to university. I was 2 years ahead. I'd already learned calculus. So I think if the country keeps up high levels of academic standards, that is a good thing.
That's also, yes.
Ghana educational system has always proven the best since time of memorial. These three brothers, who are Ghanaians by birth, shared their amazing experience growing up in Ghana and also schooling in Ghana. They left Ghana so many years and returned back home to Ghana, and this is what they have to say after coming back to Ghana. Let's take a look at the video, and please do not forget to like the video and comment your thoughts below.
Desmond family, the Desmond brothers are here. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
How are you? So I have Edwin, Fred, and Eric.
Right. Yes.
Welcome once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When did you come to Ghana? I mean, when did you come for the visit?
Oh, last Monday.
Last Monday.
Yeah, a week ago.
A week ago. And you're here for how long?
Until Friday.
Until Friday.
Yeah.
So just 1 week.
Yes.
But how has it been so far?
So far, it's been absolutely wonderful.
Right.
We got a chance to take a trip to where I was born, at Ho. And I saw Maoli Secondary School, which is, I graduated from there in 1970.
Okay.
And so
Also, you went to Maoli.
I went to Maoli for 3 years.
Okay.
And my brother went for 1 year also.
Okay.
So we primarily went to GIS, living in Accra, because our families were living in places where they didn't have schools.
Okay.
English-speaking schools for us. So we all came to a boarding house in Accra. In fact, it was at Kopalemle we started. And here's a picture of me. Here, this is a gift for you. This is a CD that I made 60 years after I lived there, with the actual boys that I lived with. We're all in a band, internet band.
And they were all in the Volta region with you?
We were all here in Accra.
Yeah, in Accra.
Yeah.
At GIS.
At GIS.
Yes.
We went to GIS during the day, and then we stayed at the boarding house. And then the boarding house moved to cantonments.
Okay.
And we could walk to school. And coming back and going to GIS, touring the school, going to Maoli, it's been absolutely a dream come true for me. I've spent my whole life thinking about coming home.
Okay.
And here I am again.
And here you are.
Yes.
So after you left, this is the first time you're coming?
I actually came back with my wife in, 1976.
Okay.
But that's the last time I've been here. So it's that's like 49 years.
Yeah.
Since I've been back, and it's been way too long.
It's been way too long. Have things changed since the last time you came?
Things have changed a lot in many ways, and yet the Ghanaian people are the same, and that's what we loved about growing up here.
Right.
And that's what we love to see when we come back. So Accra has grown a little bit.
Just a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah. It's like all the way almost to Aburi. And before it was much, much smaller.
Right.
But again, that's not what's important. What's important is the people are the same. And we've been welcomed with open arms and genuineness, and it's just been wonderful. It's been it's almost like a pilgrimage, coming back to our home.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know why I've stayed away for so long.
So long. So now you're going to be coming often.
We're going to be coming back again, yes.
Again and again and again.
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
amazing. You are the youngest, right?
I am.
Okay. And how old are you?
Think about that.
He's that old and he has to think about it.
67.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So when you left, how old were you?
I was 17.
You were also 17. So you all left at the age
I
of
was
17.
Graduated from GIS or Maoli.
Okay.
And then we went back to the States for college.
Also, your dad made sure everybody schooled till 17 before he...
Yes.
Well,
That's amazing.
to finish our secondary education.
Our O-levels. We took our O-levels. And then
That's great.
At that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your fondest memory back then?
Say it again.
Your fondest memory.
My fondest memory. Oh,
Eating fufu.
there are too many. Too many. But food, just traveling around Ghana, meeting
Playing
people.
soccer.
He
He
likes
played
to play
soccer
soccer?
for Ohio State University.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's great.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
We still play.
You still play?
We still play.
Oh,
Yes. I play in a rec
Love us.
league. Yeah.
But he's the most accomplished player.
Okay. Oh,
He's the number 9 in the family.
Oh, wow. That's great. Amazing. So since you came back, have you been to GIS?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We spent like 2 hours there.
Oh, you spent 2 hours there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between then and now?
They have a brand new library.
Okay.
They have grown substantially in terms of the buildings, the architecture, the students, the same soccer field. Exactly as the way we left it.
Yeah.
The way you used to play.
Yes.
Exactly. That's the field is there. The assembly hall where we'd meet every morning before school, that's still there, exactly the same. The classroom where I did Form 1 and 2, they are still there.
Yes.
But their health facility for the school now.
Now there.
Is now
so
there.
They've greatly expanded.
Yeah.
And they've also, they've gone, media, they've come into the present in terms of their technology and that kind of thing. And so-
Computers, digital.
Yes.
Yes.
And reaching out. So we will be able to have contact with them when we go back, we'll be able to, they have Facebook, of course, and email and that kind of thing. And so this year is their actually it's in the fall, is their 70th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
But their mission has stayed the same.
Yeah.
Which is understanding other people is their.
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, when we were there as kids, they had a competition for the school song. And one of my friends won the competition and they wrote the lyrics.
Right.
We remembered the song and we sang it with them when we went back.
Oh, so you still remember the song?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How come you forgotten? How come you haven't forgotten?
Because we were there for.
So you can sing a bit of it for me?
We were in.
It helped that she was singing it and leading us.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
much easier that way.
Right.
Maybe
But
here-
the main thing is understanding of each other.
Right.
And that's the key point of the song.
Right.
And that idea, understanding of each other, we're Americans and we live in a country that is not always understanding of everyone else. And we are kind of ambassadors from Ghana about the world idea that we shouldn't judge each other. We should understand and empathize with each other. And we learned that here in Ghana.
Yes, it's true.
So what about Maoli?
Maoli has grown. There were 600 students when I graduated at Maoli. Now there are 5,000. We used to have 5 forms and then 2 up to A level. Now they only have 1, 2, and 3, and of the whole 5,000, just 3, but it's free now.
Yeah. it's
When I went to
free
school there,
School, yeah.
I had classmates that the whole village would pay the tuition for them to go to school, one person, and then they would go back, become a doctor, go back and help the village. That was a common practice. Now it's free. And I think, when we were here, Kwame Nkrumah's, one of his main ideas was to educate everyone.
Yeah.
And that will bring Ghana into the world. Yeah.
So which hall were you? Which house? Which
I was
house?
Wilberforce House.
Oh, Wilberforce. That's the most popular house, right?
Yes. And in fact, when I was at Wilberforce House, I was born in the master's cottage there.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was born actually on the campus of Maoli.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
The Maoli's in your blood.
It's in my blood, yes.
Not only is he a Ghanaian, but he's a Maolian. Yes.
Very, very true. Very true.
Yeah.
So with regards to the things that you saw, what changes do you think the government can do to fix the Maoli issue? Because if they are still Form 1 to Form 3,
Right.
over 5,000 students.
Yes.
I mean, you've been there, you've seen it. What can be done?
Well, I think the one thing that will help the whole country and Maoli is to start investing in solar. Because if you look, my father did the same thing in a different kind of technology. He was a scientist. He wanted to bring electricity and the use of running water and electricity to to Africa, basically, by teaching people the technology. Now, if we go on to the next level of technology, I know he would be teaching about solar, because if you put solar panels on your roof, you have electricity, you can have a portable generator, you can cool an electric car and the batteries inside that, and you can produce your own electricity. Once you have electricity, you can bring Wi-Fi. You have a computer in every house. You can learn up to the university level any subject on the internet.
Yeah.
So it would be a way to bring the technology that is renewable to this country. It would put this country on the same footing as any other country.
Since you've been here, what have you enjoyed the most?
The food.
The food?
Other than the people. I mentioned the people.
Yeah.
That's so important. Just so welcoming and so warm and accommodating.
Yeah.
And genuine. But definitely the food. Oh,
Which is your
fufu, all the fruits. Mango. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Mango is in season.
Mango,
You have the
yes.
best mangoes. When I first went back to the States, I was so disappointed when I tried a mango that I found in the store. I was so disappointed when I tried a banana. Had no taste to it.
Yeah.
Bananas here are just premium. They're so good. And so, yeah, all the food, red, fufu.
Oh, you call it
light
red.
scoop,
I like that. You're true Ghanaian.
Well, Ghanaians, yes.
Sweet pads.
We know how
Yeah.
to make those dishes.
Oh, you can cook?
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah,
learned
we
how to cook them, make them, prepare them when we grew up here.
Oh, wow.
Yes, our parents made sure that we knew, and then we took recipes back. Groundnut stew. We all know how to make really good groundnut stew.
Really?
Yes,
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Then, you should have, did any of you marry a Ghanaian?
No, we
No.
didn't.
No.
But several of our group did marry.
Did
Ghanaians.
marry, okay.
Yes.
But I'm just wondering why, when you left, it took so long before you came back.
Well, I actually came back in 2000.
Okay.
For the 50th anniversary of Maoli. And my father came with us, and he was given some accommodations and so on. But it's difficult to make the trip because we have a mindset that it's so far away, and it's hard to maintain contacts with people.
Yes.
To know where to go,
Yeah.
where to get transportation and all that. And I think we've figured that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was much harder
Yeah.
before the internet and talking to people across the ocean. But I came back in 85, and then in 2014, when the U.S. beat Ghana
Yeah.
in the World Cup,
Yeah.
and Daniel, our host, was watching that together.
Yeah.
And I was actually rooting for Ghana.
But Daniel has been a great help
Yeah.
in
Oh.
figuring out all the connections.
That's
Yes.
beautiful.
But
Yeah.
part of the reason was my wife and I brought our two sons.
Okay.
Or two of our sons. And Ed has brought some of his family
Two of
this
my
year.
children.
So that's part of the reason for coming.
Okay.
is
So you want your children to
Yeah.
get
To know where we grew up.
what
And
you
my
do?
grandchildren,
Oh,
too.
your grandchildren? How
Yes.
many grandchildren do you
I
have?
have 5, but I brought 3.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes.
beautiful. That's beautiful. You all have grandchildren too?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's lovely.
I have 3.
You have 3?
one on the way.
Oh, one on the way.
You're-
That's nice.
He's the
Congratulations
youngest,
and advice.
right?
Oh, but he's 67.
67.
Oh, 67. Yeah. So one on the way. More will come.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. So, would you ever want any of your generation to school in Ghana?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
You know, the experience of growing up and here, just the cultural experience, but also the educational experience, especially at GIS, which is really, it's an international school.
Yeah.
There is nothing like that experience to teach you the values that are so important to being a human being. And, we don't get as much of that in the United States. In fact, the academia here, even the public schools are so much more advanced than U.S. schools.
Oh, really?
Yes, they
Yes.
are academically. Absolutely.
In fact, when I finished Maoli in 1970, I went to university. I was 2 years ahead. I'd already learned calculus, and they were just starting calculus. So I think if the country keeps up high levels of academic standards, that is a good thing.
It's also, yes.
Oh my, that was a wonderful experience. They have all shared about their experience growing up in Ghana, coming back to Ghana, and the educational system they had in Ghana. That was the one that I loved so much. That was the part that really, really gets me. Wow. Because this thing they are talking about, their experience in schooling in Ghana, is not today. That is probably 50 years ago, 60 years ago, because they are no longer young. They have grandchildren already, but they still remember the educational standard in Ghana. So you can see that the educational standard in Ghana have always been top, not today. There's always been one of the best. Even they are also saying that they will love their children, their grandchildren, to come to Ghana to school, because the impact, the knowledge they learned in Ghana is 2 years ahead of what the American standard is giving to them. That was really, really, really amazing. It's really, really amazing. When I talk about Ghana educational system, it's no joke. The government has always making it number one priority. Not just this government. Every president have come to rule in Ghana before. When it comes to educational system, healthcare system, they do not joke with it. They do not joke with it. It gladdens my heart to see this kind of wonderful experience. People share their childhood days when they were going to school. That was an amazing one. If you're a foreigner who's schooling in Ghana, or you have the plan to come to school in Ghana, you can see that the educational system in Ghana has always been number one, proving volume. So please, at this point, I will let you guys to be the judge, and I would love to see your comments on the comment section of what you also think of their experience living in Ghana, coming back to Ghana, schooling in Ghana, and all that. I would love to see what you think of the video. And please do not forget to also share with a friend who would love to watch this video with you. And please, if you have not liked the video, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do me well by hitting your subscribe button to join this amazing family. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell, so whenever I play a new video, you're not going to miss out on our next amazing videos. And I will see you in my next one. Bye for now, and stay blessed. And I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.